Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody's doing well? Love it. Love the energy. Thank you so much. My name is William Olivier. I have the pleasure and honor of serving as a volunteer mentor and also as part of our crisis assistance team at River West Food Pantry. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight to our Story Slam hosted by Ex Fabula and River West Food Pantry. Let's give it up for them. This evening is titled Changed by Kinship, and it's my expectation that by the end of the night, you all will have a great understanding of what we mean when we say to be changed by kinship. I just want to let everybody know that there's still some seats down front, so those of you who are in the back, feel free to come on down and it's kind of like church. All of the folks in the back, come on down front. I won't make everybody that's sitting to stand up and move to one row ahead. I won't do that. But I do want everybody to take their seats because we're about to start the show. And at this time, I'm going to turn the mic over to Aaliyah with Ex Fabula. Let's give it up for her.
Well, hello. It looks like I just gained a whole bunch new family members tonight. Thank you so much, River West Food Pantry, for having Ex Fabula here tonight. Give it up for River West Food Pantry. Tonight, you are going to experience a bunch of true personal stories, so we want you to get comfortable, relax, breathe in. And our storytellers are just a little bit nervous, so let's all take one collective deep breath, right? In through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm going to ask you to rub your hands together. Create a little heat. And I want you to create that heat. And if you know, heat is the most common form of energy. So I want you to offer that energy to this space. Go ahead and offer it to this space. All that love in the air. And now take a little bit for yourself. Hug yourself. You know, we all need a little extra energy sometimes. Take a little for yourself. All right, I think we're ready to start our show. I think we're ready. Yeah. My name is Aaliyah McHatton. I am the program director at Ex Fabula. I'm super excited to be here with you all. Before we get into the good stuff, I want to take a moment to just show some gratitude and honor to the indigenous people who have come before us, living and working on this land from time immemorial. Our programs are located in Milwaukee County, the traditional territory of the Menominee, Fox, Muscogee, Sauk, Potawatomi, Ojibwe, and Ho-Chunk tribes. Thank you so much. As you all know, River West Food Pantry engages volunteers and neighbors and neighborhood residents to end hunger, isolation, and poverty. And tonight is a celebration of how this community helps people thrive through belonging, giving, and receiving. We all put in and we all take out. That's how we make this community stronger and better and just as resilient as all of you. Ex Fabula's mission is to connect people through true personal stories. So we're bringing all that love together to create this magical night of celebration of love and truly being changed by kinship. That's our theme of the night. You'll hear it a lot. Be prepared for that. But you are ready. I know you are. This is a brave space. That means that this space will seek to see past our stereotypes, our isms, and our phobias. We do not condone judgment or hatefulness in any way at all. There is no real such thing as a safe space. We exist in the real world, right? And we all carry scars and have caused wounds. This space seeks to turn down the volume of the world outside and amplify the voices that have to fight to be heard elsewhere, right? This space won't be perfect, but we can make this space exactly what we want it to be. Building it together to be ours, working side by side, right? If you agree, let me hear you clap. Yeah. Together, we create a community of generosity, so thank you. There is no us and them. It is just us. So we're gonna celebrate us. If you want to stay in tune with us, please do follow us on social media. You can follow River West Food Pantry at River West Food Pantry, and you can follow X Fabula at X Fabula. We keep it easy for you. That's how you do that. Please do stay connected with us the best way you can. We love to stay in tune with you. You all are in this magical space tonight, so don't forget to take a picture to remember it. We want you to keep your phones on, but please do silence them. So if you haven't done that already, please silence your phone. We know we got kiddos, so we're not gonna make you turn them off, but silence them if you can. Not vibrate, silence. That way you can take a picture, post it, hashtag it, Milwaukee Stories, hashtag it, Changed by Kinship. Let us know you're in the space. We wanna see you, we wanna stay connected. So I think we're almost ready to get in some stories. If you're ready for some stories, let me hear a hand clap. Yes. A little more, get it ready for our storytellers, there we go. Yes. That is right. Tonight, you are going to hear true stories from real people. Storytellers are sharing themselves with us, so please do show your love throughout the night with some applause. Each person is presenting this evening is a valued member of our community. And the first person we have coming up to the stage is Wasa. So we gotta make sure we bring all that fire, all that energy to make sure that they feel welcome, right? So let's get ready to welcome Tyrone Page to the stage.
Good evening. Love is what broke me. But it was love, the gift of love, that brought me back. I was 21 years old when the doctor told me and my family that my mother had less than 6 months to live. At the age of 54, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. I ran for my life, spiritually, physically. When they pronounced her dead, 2 weeks later, I continued to run. I ran into chaos. I ran from the church. I ran to the world which has nothing but chaos. Listen to me, and listen to me good. I slept with the world. I lost my career job. I contracted HIV. Look at me. When the epidemic first hit the scene, people was dropping like flies. That was 30-something years ago. I ran to Milwaukee. I ran to more trouble. I made a false decision, which cost me to do 6 years in prison. But you know what? Prison saved me. With the love of my sisters, unconditional, prayed for me, showed me tough love, but all of it's unconditional love from the man above. That brought me, that saved me, that kept me, and it delivered me. I got out healthy, undetectable, to this very day. I never once been hospitalized. I never once had pneumonia. I never once been sick even with this coronavirus. Showed you how good God is to me. My love overflows with joy. My strength in God brings out the utmost to help any and everybody. I was homeless, but the Lord brought me back. Only way you know that you will be strong in faith in God is when you go through something. That's when you know how much strength you have in Him. How much faith you have in Him when you go through something. Because the more you go through something, the more you build your faith up in Him. To show you that you believe in God, someone that you don't see, but you can feel. You can see each other, but could you feel each other? Could you trust each other? Well, we can love each other, and I have love that's overflowing. May God bless you. May God love you, and so do I.
Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you, Tyrone. That's how we kick it off, right? That's how you start it. And we get the energy up high. Yes. Sometimes you got to come and be separate, right? Sometimes you got to be taken out of a situation in order to get yourself together. And you can still get that tough love to get you back on track. Thank you, Tyrone, for sharing that. Another round of applause for that incredible story. Y'all, we got a night full of stories for you, and I know you want to get in on it too. So audience, don't you worry. We've got another way for you to tell a story on this mic as well. If you have an ultra short, which is a mini story that can be written on this really cute tiny slip of paper that our volunteers are holding around, you can write your mini story on that, and we will have it read right here on the stage. So if you have a story about being changed by kinship, grab one of those ultra shorts, write it down, and we'll do our best to get your story on the mic. Here's a couple examples so you're not like wondering what a good story sounds like. They're all good stories. Tell me anyway. This one's from Julie. I was diagnosed with my first autoimmune disease at 14 and my second at 17. I had never been so sick or felt so alone. Many years and a handful of surgeries later, I ran a half marathon to raise money for Crohn's and colitis. 2 months ago, I ran my first full marathon. Now I am connected to a community of people with autoimmune diseases just like mine. Now I am a runner. My diseases have been the absolute worst and absolute best things to ever happen to me. Nevertheless, I belong. That's an ultra short right there. If you've been changed by kinship, we want to hear it. Here's one more example to just even you out. This one's from Andrew. Spent my whole school life being teased by bullies for not having the newest, cleanest clothes and shoes. On the weekends, my mom would take us to a food pantry. I was always welcomed with open arms. Once, one of the ladies that worked there surprised me with a Finding Nemo coloring book. That sense of community kept me going. Thank you, Andrew. So if you want to be a part of the story tonight, please do write us an ultra short, and we'll do our best to get it right up here on the stage. We've got folks coming around to collect those and to hand those out as well. We'll do our best to get it on this mic, so don't you worry. Y'all ready to hear your next story? Ooh, so close. I don't think you sound ready. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. Let's welcome to the stage the incredible Savannah Hagan.
May of 2021, I was graduating from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and what was supposed to be this really momentous occasion just fell flat. yeah, I was sitting alone in my living room, graduating via PowerPoint, and it didn't make sense. I did all of these things for nothing. I got the grades, I went to college, I worked in the summers and stayed out of trouble, and it just didn't matter. Or at least that's how it felt. And then that was in May, so a month beforehand, I volunteered at the River West Food Pantry for the first time. And that was really exciting. I was super scared and nervous when I first showed up because I'm an introvert and I'd been alone in my house for at least a year. And so I show up and I'm put on hospitality, which is all fine and dandy, except I don't know how to make coffee. I don't drink coffee, I don't like coffee, that's it. So I'm put in charge of this, so I'm giving out these terrible cups of coffee with 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 creamer until someone finally has the heart to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. Yep, so I'm going around and giving all these out, and I finally meet this man, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Savannah, how are you doing today?" And he proceeds to tell me this epic story about how today was his 1-year anniversary of sobriety, which, yeah. That's how I felt. I was like, what do I say? And he's just like, I would never have made it to this point without the people at the food pantry and all this stuff. And it's my first time, so I'm like, what the heck? That's awesome. And he's like, yeah, I never would have made it this far. And what was your name again? Savannah. Okay, right, Savannah. Yeah, I never would have made it this far, and it's such a journey to health, and you have to make the battles every day. You make these choices. And your name? Savannah, right, okay. So Savannah, I'm going to all these meetings and stuff, and it's really long and a journey and it's a process, I'm sorry. But it's not for nothing. I come here and I'm rejuvenated, and your name? Savannah, right, okay. Savannah, I come here and I'm rejuvenated and I get so much more hope because these people believe in me. And this man lives alone, and he basically told me his whole life story in that moment, but it's such a story of survival, and I really could relate to that throughout my life, but it was so impactful to me, and then I was like, well, what do I do now? I can offer you a celebratory cup of coffee, but yeah. So I go and get the fixings for that, and I bring them back, and yeah. I bring him his cream and sugar, and then he's making his coffee, and I'm reiterating how grateful I am that he shared his story with me. I was so honored. I had no idea to expect that on a Saturday morning. But yeah, so I reiterated that, and before we were about to part ways, he goes, wait, what's your name again? Savannah. Great. Savannah. It's good to meet you. And that was it. I went home, and back to my endless piles of homework and all of the space in my house, very isolating and alone, which is such a drastic shift. And I ended up crying later that day because I was so, it was 2 different worlds. And I knew I really wanted to be in the world where the food center was. And people care about each other. Because that day I saw that it wasn't just the volunteers showing up to create community, but the shoppers as well, which was insane to me. Yep, so I have graduated a couple months later, but honestly, the most impactful thing, a bigger accomplishment, was becoming a mission intern here and being able to step into this community more fully. A little update on that story. I actually ended up re-graduating this month. And I got to walk across the stage, and my family was there, and that was really special because they hadn't gotten to witness any of my college education. But what was even more special was that when I looked into the stands there, there were a couple of my friends, my other mission interns, in the audience. And it was just so cool to see them up there with my family because they're my new family. Yeah. So now I'll remember my graduation as a happy moment and not so much one of isolation and what's the point? Because I learned the point is, yeah, to like be cared about and to go home. And now whether I'm at home or at work, I go home and I get to face my fear of having people know the real me. But I choose to be in this community because to be here is to be in a place of overwhelming love, and I'd much rather be here than anything else. Thank you.
Another round of applause for that teller. Yes. Something so special about finding home, right? Finding true community, finding a chosen family. So beautiful. Thank you, Savannah. That was awesome. We've got a couple ultra shorts already. I see you, audience. I see you being changed by Kinship. I see you. Well done. We've got a couple here. So this one is from Jessica. She's been gone for a few years now, but my best example of kinship is my mother. She made sure we drove to North California twice a year for the big Italian family reunion. And at home, all the time not spent with her biological family was spent with her built family. Her teenagers were the middle and high schoolers of El Monte, California. She did everything in her power to get them new experiences out of the city and get them to college. Hers is such a generous story I want to share with everyone. Awesome. Thank you. Beautiful. Here's another quick one from Barb. The greatest joy and inspiration I had during COVID was painting signs for the urban gardens. Thank you. Go Barb. And this one we have that is currently anonymous. We'll see if there's a name on the back. What seems like a lifetime ago, I got divorced. At Christmas, I had no plans, and a friend invited me to Christmas Eve with her family. It's been a tradition ever since. Thanks, Wendy. Love you, Ginger, Jean, Liz, and the Pops. We want to hear your stories of being changed by kinship, so keep those ultra shorts coming. But for now, let's get ready to give the biggest, warmest welcome to our next storyteller, Lana Owens.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to share a little backstory. Prior to coming to the River West Food Pantry, I had experienced homelessness, and I struggled with mental health issues. I struggled with severe depression and agoraphobia. And for you that are not aware of what agoraphobia is, it's basically a fear of being outside of your home. So as you can imagine, it was really a struggle to be homeless and not have a safe place to be. And I was staying in a women's shelter, and I was assigned a social worker, and I shared with her my story of depression and agoraphobia. And unfortunately, she wasn't very receptive, and she didn't feel like I had a real mental illness. And so I just felt really unheard and unseen and just kind of tossed to the side. And so over the course of 18 months, I struggled with homelessness, and I was finally able to secure stable housing, but I was still in need of food. And so through a friend of a friend, I heard about the River West Food Pantry. And I had been to food pantries before, and I didn't really have great expectations. I figured I'd go, receive a bag of food, be grateful, and go home. But that wasn't the case. Something was going on at this pantry. Something was different. From the moment I walked in, I felt welcomed, I felt heard, and I felt seen. And so I wanted to be a part of whatever was going on here. And I worked up the courage and asked to volunteer. How do I sign up to volunteer? And I was introduced to Vincent. And I explained my story and said, well, I don't really have anything to offer other than maybe a friendly smile. And he said, Lana, that's more than enough. Just you being here is more than enough. And so I did. I showed up on a Saturday morning and I started volunteering. And I made a commitment to be there every Saturday, rain, sleet, or snow. And it felt safe. It was a safe place for me to be. I felt welcomed. I didn't feel judged. And so, over the course of time, I met some fellow volunteers, Mike and Ellen, and we quickly became friends. And one day I had a conversation with Ellen about returning to school. And she just asked me, well, why not? And quickly in my head, I ran through all these excuses to why I shouldn't return to college. I had left college 25 years ago to raise a family. And I figured, well, my children are young adults now. I should be able to do this. And so Ellen said, Mike and I are here to help you and support you in any way that you need. And that's just what they did. Ellen literally held my hand through the whole process of returning to school. And for the past 2 years, I've been attending MATC, fulfilling my general ed requirements. And I'm so happy to share with you that just last week I received my acceptance letter to UW Milwaukee. I plan on earning a degree in social work. I want to be a social worker to make a difference in people's lives that are experiencing homelessness. Hey, thank you. And in closing, I just would like to share a quote that I had read that really stuck with me, and that is, we don't heal in isolation, we heal in community. And that's exactly what's happened to me. I heal and I continue to heal with the River West Food Pantry. Thank you.
What a powerful story. What a powerful story. To bounce back and then to come back to give back. Thank you, Lana. Let's have another round of applause for that awesome story. So beautiful. As you can see, there's so many ways that you can be changed by community and kinship. And I've got a few more here in my hands, so keep those ultra shorts coming. It's been an incredible night of stories, so thank you so much for sharing yourself with us. This one is from Eric. Eric says, I was always very self-sufficient, an engineer. But in 2008, the economy tanked. I went to the River West Food Pantry and found kinship can happen to anybody. Thank you, Eric. This one is anonymous. I made a home visit for St. Vincent de Paul Society to evaluate the needs of a young woman and her toddler. I had my own toddler daughter with me. She had an empty refrigerator except for an apple. She shared her apple between the two children. That's kinship. Thank you. I've got one more for you. This one is from everyone. Everyone can use a little bit more togetherness. We can all treat each other like family and truly embrace kinship. Thank you, everyone. And next up, we have an incredible 14-year-old who is wise beyond her years. Let us bring the warmest welcome to Lyric Jackson.
I grew up way faster than most kids my age. At the age of 6, I was taking care of not only myself, but my brother and sister who were only babies. I was staying in a small room filled with clothes, broken toys, garbage, a big box TV that barely worked, but it was my favorite thing in the world. It was common for me to miss a lot of school. I was in first grade when it started. So we were locked in a room because my grandma's boyfriend didn't like kids, and we shared a house. And because he didn't like kids, he was like, oh, they have to stay in a certain spot, they can't be too loud, blah, 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 blah. My mom thought it was okay for us to be in a room. Her only issue was to prevent us from coming outside, she'd lock the door. So a common thing was, Mom, can we come out? No, stay in there, you'll be fine. Mom, I'm hungry. Maybe I'll make you some dinner. Mom, please let me out. I don't want to be in here anymore. The kids need diapers. Mom, 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 please. Mom, Mom. Baby, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna have to wait. Baby, I'm tired right now. I can't make you dinner. Baby, I don't have any money anymore because I sat there and spent it on drugs. Baby, I cannot provide for you. Baby, I cannot be there for you. Baby, I can't protect you from the hurtful things of this world. Baby, I am not your mom anymore. Baby, you are an adult now. You have to fend for yourself. Mom, I just want you. Baby, I don't care. Baby, I miss you. I'm trying. She never once proved she was trying. Baby, I'm gonna get better. Baby, I'm trying. Mom, I'm trying. Mom, you're not. I need you. Mom, please come back. Baby, I'm in a tight space right now. Baby, can I have some money? Baby, can you do this for me? Can you do that? Can I come stay in your house? Baby, please. Baby, don't leave me out here. Baby, I need you. Baby, don't call me by my name. That hurts. Shayla, I can't sit here and stand you sitting here manipulating me. Baby, please. Mom, I needed you and you left. Baby, don't do this. Baby, I'm trying. Baby, it's getting better. I'm on my feet. I have a job. Baby, please. Baby, I have a new boyfriend. Baby, I'm doing my best. Mom, no, you're not. You've been in the same spot for 6-7 years. Mom, please. I can't anymore. Mom, leave. Mom, you're not allowed in my house anymore. Mom, no. Mom, I'm not giving you any more money. You stole from me. Mom, no. You cannot do this anymore. Baby, please. Mom, no. I can't. Baby, no. I'm tired. Baby, please. No, Mom, no. Over the span of 7 years, I sat there and I fought for my mom just for her to not fight back. I sat there and cared for somebody who couldn't care about me. I sat there, Mom, please, Mom, I just want a little bit of love. Mom, do you remember my birthday? Who are you? When's your birthday? What's your name? I lost my mom. That wasn't my mom. She had lost herself to drugs so far deep that she didn't remember who I was. Mom, you took my siblings away from me. You took the people that I cared about the most away. Mom, you hurt me. Mom, you hurt me. Baby, I'm trying. You know it hurts when you don't call me by my name, right? You know it hurts me when you don't sit by me. Do you know it hurts? Do you know it hurts? No, Mom, do you know it hurts? To fend for yourself at 6 years old and repeatedly fight for somebody who doesn't care? Mom, do you know that I was sitting there being abused not only by you, but your mother's boyfriend? Mom, do you know I went days and days without eating to feed my younger siblings? No, do you know? You don't know. Oh wait, you went through the same thing I did when you were younger. Your mom put you through the same pain, and you thought it'd be a good idea to start the cycle again. You could have ended it, but you didn't. Mom, I'm done. No more.
We have to give another round of applause for that story. Yeah, that's why we do this. This is why we come together. This is why we share in community. This is why we give love to the people that we see. Every single one of you deserves love. You deserve community. Thank you for creating a community for us to all be a part of so that we can create our own family. It's not easy, but together we make this space ours. So thank you again, and let's thank Lyric one more time for that incredible story. I've got a few more ultra shorts for you that I left over there. One moment. We're back. So we've got a few more stories about being changed by kinship, and oh, look at that. A late entry. So get those in because we've only got one more storyteller for you tonight. So that means we got a couple final ultra shorts to get in, all right? So here we go. This one is from Megan. Ever since I turned 13, I've struggled with bipolar. 1 year ago, I was in the hospital for 8 months. I finally got out and started volunteering at River West Food Pantry, and I've never felt more accepted and loved and strong. Thank you, Megan. Thank you for that. Here's an anonymous ultra short. In 1983, I read Francis Moore Lepay's book, Diet for a Small Planet, and became a vegetarian. My daughters had never seen me eat meat. They went to a friend's house and came home saying, their mom ate meat. Moms don't eat meat. Now we tell that story all the time. Sometimes we gotta, change the planet with a little comedy. This one's from Barb. Many years ago, I was in Salem, Oregon, volunteering with a federal agency along with 2 other Midwesterners. Learned 2 of us had shared a birthday, and we happened to mention this while browsing in a little used bookstore. The owner disappeared for a minute, and then they returned with 3 glasses of wine. What a wonderful gesture, one of my best memories of kinship. And here's our late entry, and bear with me because I didn't get to read it ahead of time. This one's from Alan. Sweet, quiet Marquette engineering student, Alan. During the height of COVID and the worst of winter, he took 2 buses to work at the pantry. He was the third. He was kind, yes, and hardworking. He worked so hard, his glasses would steam up with cold of the garage. It's a cruel world. This sweet young man gave us hope. Yes, thank you, Alan. Giving us hope and sharing community. All right, family, it's time to put the biggest fire in the air you have all night because it's time for our last story of the night. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's clap it up for Tyrone Branch.
All right. How y'all doing? One practice. All I needed was one practice. I just needed one practice, not even a game for my father to see me play. He lived right down the street from me, and we really never knew each other. But I felt like if I can get him to one practice, then maybe, I could have some self-worth. He could believe in me and he could want to be who he needed to be in my life. And, I could have a dad, you know what I'm saying? But he never came. I would go to his house, you know, with my football gear on, and I was the man, y'all, for sure. You feel me? QB, starting, let's get it. And I would go to his house with my gear on, and he wouldn't come. You know, so, you know, I grew up feeling less than, you know. I already felt like I was at a disposition, you know, just from the way that the world told me I was, you know, and I just really felt like that. But, yeah. I remember just thinking, like, when I had kids, you know, that I would never make them feel like they were less than, you know? And I can recall having my first son. I was 19, you know, and I'm still thinking, like, you know, man, this is a beautiful boy, but, like, do I really have the tools to teach him what he need to know when I'm lacking myself still, you know? And I'm still feeling like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But, you know, I never missed a practice or a game from my kids. You know, me and their mother, we weren't together, you know what I'm saying? I remember coming home one day in a thunderstorm with my now wife. You know, we've been together 30 years, y'all. Yeah. I remember coming home in a thunderstorm, my two boys standing outside, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what y'all doing here? They like, well, Mom said we're coming to live with you now. So I'm 19 at the time. I still got a whole lot of kicking it in me still, too. I'm still young. I'm still thinking like, man, like, you know, am I supposed to raise them the street way? Because that's the only way I know, you know? I don't know the tender way. I don't know the way that I'm supposed to, you know, show them how to grow up and be. But I thank God for my wife, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And but yeah, you know, I remember you know, I trained them in the way they're supposed to go. And I was not perfect by no stretch of the imagination, y'all. But I remember my oldest son putting a post on Facebook and said, man, my father was hard on me, you know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm just thinking about the legacy that I have right now with my grandkids, and I see how my kids treat them, and I see how they're tender to them. They know how to be tough to them when they, you know, they know how to be tender though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just look at them like, man, y'all are better fathers than I ever was at this age. You know, and I thank the Lord for that. And I just gotta stay on my knees, you know? And I stay on my knees. And the Bible says, train a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. You know, so that's the program I'm on right now. God is good, you know, and you know, I just want everybody out here to know, man, if everybody, and you know what, I harbor no hard feelings with my father. He's not here no more, you know what I'm saying? But I never was mad at him. Like, I understood. Like, he was born in the late 30s, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, man. You know, you wasn't ready for it, I guess, you know, you wasn't ready for it. But I wasn't mad. I just knew what I was gonna try to do, you know? And so I just
had to stand up and go about it the way I had to go about it, y'all. You know, I appreciate all y'all for being here tonight. We were nervous. I'm still nervous. We thank y'all though. Hallelujah. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all, okay? All right.
Clap it up one more time for Tyrone. Celebrating Black love, Black families, changing everybody one little tiny person at a time, right? Thank you so much. We have to say the biggest thank you to Tyrone, to Lyric, to Lana, to Tyrone, all of you for touching this stage. You were incredible tonight. Thank you so much, Savannah. Y'all were awesome. Unfortunately, that is our last story of the night, so X-Fabulous is gonna bid you adieu. So thank you for having us. Feel free to stop at the table and come talk to us a little bit, but for now, I'm going to welcome back the Executive Director of River West Food Pantry, Vincent Knopf.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's put our hands together one more time for X-Fabula, for hosting this night, this beautiful space, being together with you all. And can we also just recognize one more time our beautiful tellers tonight, Tyrone. Let's give it up for Tyrone's story, for Savannah's story, for Lana, for Lyric, and for Tyrone Branch. We love you. Thank you so much. It's so hard for me to express the gratitude that I feel because I have known and walked with each of them, and my story, you know, who I am and who I'm becoming is being shaped through the amazing people, the amazing stories that I've come to know through our work at our center, through our work at the River West Food Pantry. It's that when people welcome you into their story like this, you're in a sacred space, right? And there are other stories out here tonight, and there's so many more stories that we could tell. You know, stories of tragedy and stories of triumph, stories of deep loss and stories of powerful resilience. And the one thing that's holding all these stories in common for us is the stories that are the power of kinship. And what do we mean by that? We're talking about that experience that each of us so deeply, profoundly longs for when we are seen and known and cherished and welcomed as we are. When we find that true space of belonging. And what we've come to see in our community is that that's actually a balm. It's a powerful healing balm. And it's something that all of us seek. And it's so odd because, we initially, for years, we looked at food centers and food pantries and meal sites as places of distribution. But think about it. Food is the most powerful means to bring people together. It's the most natural way that we share our heritage with each other, and we try different things and we share our stories together. Just think about how simple it is. Food empowers us to go deep into each other's lives. And there's this new model, there's this new approach to hunger, and we were reading about it in other countries and other cities, and we started practicing it. And we said, what if we just made the focus of like a dynamic food space that could be a place for communion, a place where it would be sacred, where people would begin to share their stories and allow one another to heal. And so thousands of shoppers and neighborhood residents and thousands of volunteers are passing through our doors, and they come into a dynamic food space, a market space where they can try delicious food from our cafe or from our chef doing the demo there that day. And through that, they make a connection, and they're invited to a collaborative meal where we cook together and we share our heritage, or we go out to the farm and we do a farm to fork event. And it's through that trust, right? It's through this trust that we can feel that we're even building tonight that we can begin to see each other, and I think often transform the way we think about ourselves, the way we think about our city, to help someone get stable housing or a job. And it's a simple model, but it's just seeing food as a means to communion. We all have a hunger for food, and we're gonna eat some food in a little bit, but we all have a deeper hunger for connection. We have a deeper hunger in this city for connection, a city deeply divided. And that's what we wanted to do tonight. We wanted to sort of welcome our people. Y'all are our people. So many of you are neighborhood residents and shoppers and volunteers and donors. And you've been the people that have allowed us to build this model up. And we want to celebrate the power of this simple idea, right, of just sacred belonging. But we also wanted you all to be the first to know about the next step that we want to take on our journey. Our community is taking a new step, and we wanted this to be the space, this beautiful moment together to take it with you. And so if we could, I'd like to bring the lights down, and let's do that now.
We're here to talk about a change.
For our city.
And how we do community.
In the way we look at food.
And how we see one another.
It's a change.
In every heart.
Here, in this community of generosity, each has a gift to give, and each has a gift to receive.
Where we discover that our greatest need
is to be needed.
Where love can conquer even the harshest realities.
It's a change in our name.
Because we're more than a pantry. Welcome to our community of generosity.
Welcome to Kinship.
River West Food Pantry is now called Kinship Community Food Center.
It's okay to keep clapping. Go ahead. Don't stop. Just look cute. Got my partner in love here today. Wow. So he tried to show me the video earlier, and I told him I didn't want to see it. I wanted to wait and watch it in real time with everybody else. And I am completely blown away, Ben. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you. So we're the first ones to hear about the name change. Kinship Community Food Center.
Kinship Community Food Center.
I feel honored and blessed to be part of one of 600-700 people to be the first ones to hear the breaking news, so to speak. But Kinship Community Food Center?
Kinship.
That's the name.
Yeah, the change is in the name.
The change is in the name. All right. Why change the name? Why now?
So, like 40 years. Donna Fletcher's here, the legacy that she passed on to me. 40 years we've been distributing food out of that space and out of the Gensland Public School. And Food Pantry just no longer properly describes what we do. In fact, when you survey the community, when you talk to them, you say, why do you come here? And the number one answer is the feeling of family, the feeling of my sense of community here, my sense of belonging here. And the second is the awesome food and the way you guys do food. And so, yeah, we wanted a name and a logo that was more reflective of this new space that we're heading out to, this new idea for what a community can do and be around food. We wanted a name that celebrated food and the power of loving community. So, yeah, awesome. The changes in the name.
Give it up, absolutely. Speaking of this fabulous logo, can anybody wave a hand if you've seen this anywhere around the room tonight? I see a couple arms raised. Okay, all right, so y'all were paying attention. I can dig it. How do we learn more? How can we learn more?
I mean, I'm going to thank the creative team in a minute, but we're a new website is going live like right now, and honestly, it's going to blow. Websites are not maybe the sexiest thing anymore, but this website is phenomenal, and it's a great place to go to just see about the model. We have it all like spelled out in a way that I won't do tonight, because tonight we just want to make a celebration, but. If you've not come to our site, if you just go to the website to sign up to volunteer, that's the best way to figure out what's happening. And I mean, the stories here tonight just give you a taste of something that's happening and that can happen in a neighborhood just around food. And so, yeah, and then in the coming weeks, we'll be sending you all some stuff, some e-blasts and some impact reports that will tell you more about the vision that we're launching through Kinship.
Awesome. So Vin got me to wear a tie and a shirt tonight. I never wear a shirt and tie. I'm usually in a t-shirt or a hoodie. For those who know me, know I'm usually in a t-shirt or hoodie. I have all of this River West Food Pantry t-shirts, hoodies, and all of this stuff at home.
All obsolete.
What do I do with my old swag? What do I do with all my old swag? How can I swap that out for something new?
Well, we've been thinking of you. We've got this amazing merch table in the back with all new merch and all kinds of different, swag and things for you to take home. We have a special gift for every household on your way out the door. We got a couple of free T-shirts here we're going to give out tonight, right now. I mean, we're going to give these out for those that want it. For those that really want it.
I tried. Phenomenal.
I really do want to take a minute. This idea has been incubating in our hearts for a long time. And a lot of people have just said, like, you guys, Food Pantry doesn't really describe what you are, what you do anymore. But we didn't really know what to do. And there's this phenomenal, 90% pro bono creative team that has built this new name, this new brand, this new story. And I really want to honor them tonight. There's so many that have stepped up, but especially Melinda Krieger, where are you? Would you please stand up? If it wasn't for you, none of this would have happened. And she brought, the guru, she brought Ken Hansen, and Ken Hansen is, where are you, Ken? I can't see you. And then I want to thank Dave Kang. Also, Dave was instrumental, and Lydia Ravenwood. I'm going to name a few others. Sarah Strathis, the photographer, Kevin Michaels, Marcy Pelsner, Kelsey, Damien. There's so many people that helped, illustrators and designers that really just worked as a community to put us in this whole new space, and we love you, and I want to thank you all. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yes. Great. That's wonderful, Vin. So, what can we do right now to get plugged in a little bit more? What can we do right now?
So, over the next few days, a ton of media is going to start reporting on our new name. but we want you all, our family, to be the first to know and the first to sort of share it out. And so if you don't mind grabbing that, there's a QR code up here, and we're going to ask you all to take out your phone. Some of the younger generation already had their phone out. And we're going to ask you to take a picture, or you open up your photo app, and you can click on this QR code, and what it's going to take you to is the video that you just saw. And we're just hoping that all of you tonight can share this out on your favorite social media platform, Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. And so this video you can also find on our website. And just, hashtag it with something or put it like, changing the way hunger is addressed. Kinship, the changes in the name. We would love to get some buzz going about this, and you all are the first to know and the first to take this news forward. So, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. We have any sponsors for tonight?
Yes. So, let's leave this up for 1 second, just so I want to make sure everyone's got it. So, I see some people taking pictures of it. So, you don't take a picture of it. You. Can I get someone under 30 up here to explain how to do this?
Not me.
You just open the photo app and you just click on it. So anyway, go to the website. The video will be on the website, kinshipmke.org. Let's pull the sponsorship up here. This tonight would not be possible without Palermo's Pizza and Waterstone Bank. Can we give it up for them for making this beautiful night possible? We've got amazing food back there and drinks. So I'd also like to thank Ex Fabula one more time for being a great partner in this night. We love you. We appreciate you. Woo-hoo! Can we thank our tellers? You guys, the tellers is why everybody came out. So you, Lana and Lyric and Tyrone, you guys are the reason why we came out tonight, because of your resilience and your beauty and your strength and your stories. So we love you and we thank you as well.
And can we give another? I want to first ask everybody who's a staff person or a board member at what's now Kinship Community Food Center to stand and be recognized. Staff, board, volunteers, everybody.
Yeah.
I saw Randy here. Randy, stand up, you too. Staff, board, volunteers, everybody stand up.
We love you guys.
See, Liz is here. I'm going to start calling folks out. And can we give them, I'm sorry, I am deeply humbled by the work that I see at the food center each and every time that I'm there. When I'm at the office, I'm deeply humbled by the commitment and by the sheer will that every staff person, every board member, and every volunteer shows. So can we have one more standing ovation, round of applause for that group of people, please? Because they all deserve it. Absolutely, they all deserve it. I promise.
I guess I'd just like to close it out before we go eat some food and get some more drinks. We've got this space till 10, so let's party. But before we close it out, I just want to thank all of you. There's a lot of you here that are there early, first thing in 0-degree weather to open up, or have written a check faithfully. Thanks for being part of our community of generosity. Thanks for being part of Kinship Community Food Center. And yeah, we love you. Let's make tonight, the remainder of tonight beautiful. Have a great night, everyone. God bless you, and thanks for coming out.
So, food is ready. The bar is back open. Have a drink. Meet somebody new. Give somebody a hug. And thank you all for coming out again. Thank you so much.
Good night.